Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. And this is a paid request for Douglas, the last of the 3 requests for him. Thank you so much for that. I do appreciate that, for your kindness and your patience. Thank you, Douglas. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, movie reviews, re-reviews, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, tier lists, rankings, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. I do have a Cash App as well. Links are down below in the info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can, so thank you. Now, as far as I know, this is the last of the Iron Angels films. The trilogy for this was released by Vinegar Syndrome. As I'm recording, I think there's like 100 and some left on Blu-ray at the Vinegar Syndrome site. And of these 3, the first one I thought was okay. The second one wasn't really big on. This one, for the most part, I quite liked. This I thought was the best of the 3. This one felt like it had the most action. It's equal Moon, Lee, and Alex Fong for the most part until the finale. And I thought this had some of the better fight scenes of the 3. And this one, it felt like there's elements that they really pushed a bit more, I don't want to say craziness, but they pushed it a bit more, so it just, I gravitate towards more. I know that's being vague. Because the plot, the plot's nothing run home about. It's the Angels are hired to deal with terrorists in Thailand. Because this Vietnamese commissioner, as soon as he gets off the plane, he's shaking people's hands, and he shakes one, and the guy at the bomb, and one of the not Secret Service guards shoot stupidly, and it blows the guy up. Now, in the previous films, it was Moon Lee, Alex Fong, and a third named Elaine. So 2 girls and a guy. But Elaine is not in this. Now, I don't know, maybe it was a contractual dispute. Maybe they didn't want to pay her the money, or something else happened. She said no. Whatever the case, she's not in this. And this one, it does go back and forth to have like a story A and story B. You have Moon Lee. You have Moon Lee going undercover into the lair of these terrorists, where she's dealing with this American assassin. I'm going to call it the Blonde. I think she's called the Blonde. And there are times where Moon Lee has to fight to prove that she's this assassin. Earlier, she was on a train, pretending to be this nerdy girl to get close to this female assassin. And then they have a nice little fight in the train car. So while that's going on, Alex and this guy, what was his name? Quay? The smaller guy. Them, along with Karina, the girl who was in Iron Angels 2, who helped the characters through the jungle. And then this white guy, he's named Computer, because he's a nerd. You know he's a nerd. He's still Angry Video Game Nerd's shirt with the pins in it. And he's wearing glasses, so you know he's a nerd. He's called Computer. And then mostly he does just on the computer to move the plot forward. So Alex and the other guy, they're looking for where Moon was taken. Because she had a wire, but she had to get rid of it, or she would have been caught because they made her change her clothes and such. So she's undercover, and they're looking for her. And they go through misadventures on both sides. But again, this one, the action scenes, it felt... In the others, it felt like it took longer to get a really solid action scene. In the first film, there's the cops dealing with the bad guys in the opium fields. It's not bad, but just I don't care about anybody. So it's like, whatever. It wasn't until really the 50-minute mark that you really got something commendable action-wise. And Iron Angels 2, the beginning was okay, and then it just more of just Alex fucking with his two buddies, or Elaine falling in love, or other stuff until the third act. Here, it seems to go by quicker. Hour and 31 minutes, give or take, and this went by quick for me. Because, oh wow, this guy got blown up by this terrorist. Okay, now Moon is fighting this girl, this assassin, after pretending to be a nerdy girl, and then drugged the assassin, and kind of brutal, where eventually they smashes her head through the damn window of the train. When she's led around and she gets there, she's got to fight these bad guys to prove you are who you say you are. And Moon Lee is capable. It's definitely the most you get to see her fight, because she's fighting a dozen guys. Bah, 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 bah. And eventually, kills one or two of them. And the choreography is good. It was a fun action sequence. And in the other group, they're trying to get some info. And like I said, there's these little bits that kind of hit home for me. I keep being vague on that, because I'm like, do I want to give it away? Do I not want to give it away? Okay, spoilers. Heavy spoilers. There'll be a bit with the Moon Lee, another point where she's got to prove herself, and these guys have swords, and she's fucking with the people with swords, and fighting with them, and kicking their ass. After she kicks enough ass, the blonde goes in and fucks up one or two of them because they failed, because they're losers. And one, the guy's on the ground, and he bends him. He's on the ground face down, and she bends his top half to break his neck. And then the other, she stabs in his neck. And the blonde was a better villain than the guy in the second film. I'll probably still give the villain in the first film the best of the three for villains, but I wish they gave her more to do, I will say. Because all you know is that she's an assassin, and she's blonde, and that's all. You know very little of her. But then when it goes back to Alex and the other guy, they're by this consulate, and they're trying to get some food, and they're trying to get this pineapple, and this one's acting suspicious. You find out there's a grenade in the pineapple, another action scene occurs, and then you have a chase sequence. Not really cars, but cart chase sequence. And someone throws a grenade, and the Alex has to jump out before it explodes. And it'll go back and forth. Because they'll do that, then Moon Lee's fighting people with the swords, then it goes back to Alex. And I gotta say, there's a bit where they see this suspicious fight that happens. Muay Thai boxing, kickboxing match. And they go, wow, they're offering a lot of money than usual. There might be something to this. So they watch, and the guy's ready to kill his opponent, and Alex stops it. And they're like, well, you get in here then. So Alex Fong gets ready, and the fight scene they have, to me, may be my favorite fight in all three of these movies. It's a lengthy fight. Alex versus this Muay Thai kickboxer. The hits are hard. You feel the hits. It's a nice back and forth. The Lee's getting hit and beat up, and you think, man, is he going to lose this fight? But he gets some nice hits, and it's a really good fight. It's a really damn good fight. Great kickboxing match. There's even an elbow drop finisher. I mean, I don't want to go into details. I don't want to give away. I'm like, that's really cool. That's a damn good fight. Then you cut to Moon is looking into some details. I said heavy spoilers. And what happens is she overhears some details. She needs to get the fuck out of Dodge. They find out a bit, suspicious of her. And now she's got to fight her way out. And she's fighting these bad guys. And she's kicking ass, taking names. They're coming at her with swords and such. And she uses nunchucks. Now, if people don't know about me, anytime someone uses nunchucks in a fight scene, I get excited. Because number one, to me, it's an under... No one uses, well, other than John Wick 4, which had potential to be cool, but I think they dropped the ball. I know that's just me. Because I think they just went on too long, the whole sequence. But anyway. But before that, people rarely used nunchucks. I'm like, oh man, I wish it was used more, utilized more. Ever since the days of Bruce Lee and Mighty and Ninja Turtles, I love the use of the nunchucks. And she's using them, and she's hitting people in the face, and the blood sprays and cascades on the wall. She sees people in the head. And it's a lengthy bit where she's using the nunchucks. She fucks up a lot of motherfuckers. I'm like, cool, this is a great scene. And then she's able to escape and get back and tell her information. The group is able to figure out that the terrorist army is going to go to this garden party. And there's a battle between the terrorists and the military trying to protect the people there. And then our two guys, Alex and the other guy. Now, this was never established before. I think they could have done like an establishment that this existed. Because it comes out of fucking nowhere. These two arrive in jetpacks. Like James Bond. Full jetpacks with machine guns. Now, granted, they have no armor. So I have no idea how the fuck the bad guys can't shoot them. Because they have no armor. But they're flying around, shooting back. And there's scenes where you see they use, I don't know, a crane or whatever behind, and they're shooting the bad guy. And there's wide shots where they're going from here to here. And I'm like, wow. Okay. These two guys are flying around in jetpacks shooting all the bad guys. Again, why are they not getting killed? Because they have no armor, and these guys are worse than stormtroopers, apparently, with their shots. These bad guys, but it was fun. I will admit, I had fun. Escape is entertainment. If I taped the logic out the door and drowned the motherfucker, I had fun. But I don't know why Moon Lee, she is not there. It looks like she went off with them, but then you never see her until everything's over. Why? In the first two films, Moon Lee, in the first one, she and Elaine fights the villainess, and then Moon Lee and the villainess, get a nice one-on-one fight, but then she's not able to get the death blow. Alex does, by shooting the girl in the head. Second film, Moon Lee, after the initial opening, she has jack all shit to do. In the general, she does a few things little here and there, shoots someone with her projectile from her wrist, guard thing on her wrist, and then has a pretty decent, if brief, fight with a henchman. And then nothing after that. Here, she has nothing in the third act. Why? They go, well, she got her big scene with the nunchucks. That's enough. Now it's time for Alex and them to get their big scene. Really? You can't have them work it together? What the fuck? Especially when you then have Alex fight the blonde lady. Would it not make sense that you're establishing the blonde lady staring at Moon Lee, not sure if she could trust her or not. Oh, she's a good fighter. You're now expecting Moon Lee to fight this lady. Which, by the way, is not the leader of the terrorist group. She's, a hired assassin. But the movie acts like she's the fucking leader. I don't know if the leader of the terrorist group gets killed. I don't remember. I don't... It's almost as if the... Because once in a while you see the guy, he's with this black guy, and he shoots the black guy, then he has another black guy. What, does he have just black guys in his back pocket? When he kills one, he pulls in another black guy? Would he go to the store and buy the 6-pack of black guys? With a 6-pack of beer? Well, one died, he's got 5 left, and here's one there. Like... Maybe I missed it. I must have missed it. Because I don't know what the fuck happened to that bad guy. I must have missed it. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. I'll blame that on me. Now, the fight that Alex has with the girl, and then this other girl, which I don't know if I've even seen her before, comes in to help the blonde. And Alex is fighting them. And the one guy, he's fighting some bad guys too. It's a decent fight. It's a better fight than in the ending of part 2 that Alex had. Maybe people told him how shitty the fight was in part 2. He's like, fuck that, I'm going to fix that. So he has the great tip boxing fight and then the ending fight here, which is cool. I liked it. It was entertaining. It was fun. But in the back of my head, I'm sitting going, why the fuck is Moon Lee not here? Fighting this girl. It just, why is she nowhere to be seen at all? It's never explained. I don't know, there's something going on with the making of this film where did Alex and Moon Lee not like each other? So like, you stay the fuck over there and do your own goddamn movie? Did they hate it? I don't know. I don't know. Or just shitty, write in the script. Douglas, if you're watching, feel free to explain to me. But yeah, I do like the way it ends. Like in the first film, he shoots the girl in the head, but this one comes out much more violent, where you see the side and her fucking brains blow out. Literally, her fucking brains blow out. Cool, vicious end. I don't know what happened to the main bad guy that we saw throughout the film. Again, I don't know why Moon Lee is not in the third act. And then at the end, everything's done, fine and done, and they're together, and a little piece of humor happens, and the movie's over. And that's Iron Angels 3. Of the 3, this would be the one I'd be willing to rewatch. While it does have issues with the plot and the story, where the main villain, I don't even want to consider him the main villain. He just pops up every once in a while, and then disappear. I don't know what the fuck happened to him later. The blonde, don't mind watching her, but she didn't have enough to do. And she did have enough room to give more personality like the villain in the first film did. It's too bad Elaine was not in this, although, I don't know, maybe it could have been her and Alex instead of Alex and this other guy. The other guy was okay, but it just seems like Elaine should have just been in that role instead. But yeah, I don't know, whatever contractual, whatever the disputes were. Moon Lee, her disappearing in the third act made little to no sense. But this just felt like it went at a faster pace. It felt like it had more action. It had some more zany stuff in terms of jetpacks with machine guns and a kick-ass tip boxing fight and using nunchucks to beat the shit out of people and all those grenades and fucking pineapples and... Moon Lee felt like she had the most physical fights to do. Because then she had the fight on the train, the fight against a bunch of bad guys to prove herself, another fight that helped prove herself against people with swords, and then the big fight where she uses the nunchucks and stuff. I felt like collectively she had more to do in this than the first two. And Alex Fong, the kickboxing fight I thought was the best fight he had in all three movies. And the jetpack stuff, as goofy as it was, made me think when Sean Connery was doing in... which James Bond film was that had the jetpack? Was it Goldfinger? Fuck, I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen those films. You Only Live Twice? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen them. But it was fun. Bit surprised when that girl got her brains fucking blown out the back of her head. Ooh, that's violent. I can appreciate that. So overall, Our Angels 3, again, despite having issues, is my favorite of the three. I'll put it that way. 1, it's there. 2, 3, I liked it. So there you go. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. And we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye for now.